Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we have an update of the back garden here at Fruitopia that I'm gonna film for the beginning of spring here in Melbourne, Australia. So as you can see, it's a very pretty day. We had mostly cloudy, cool weather again. It's yo-yo up and down here in spring. So one week it's gonna be wintry, and the following week will be nice and spring-like, like today. I want to start here with this frangipani or plumeria, which has finally dropped all its leaves now in spring, and I'm not sure how this is going to do because it's not looking the best. I've tried to not water it because just like papaya, these like to be kept dry in winter, and it's very dry. The last time I watered it was a couple of weeks ago. I gave it a bit of water, just a little bit, because it was like totally dry. So it's one of those catches. Do you water it or not? Because when you see really dry soil, you feel for the plant, you feel for it, and even this root here is bone dry. So I'm really afraid to water this sucker, because like I said, they rot really easily, and the stem here is a little soft on the outside. Thankfully in the middle it's still firm. So I don't know what's going to happen with this plumeria. Look, it's soft. That's not good, but it is hard down here where it's, you know, more important. Now the temperature here on the deck today is 20, what does it say? 22. I can tell you that it's definitely not 22 outside, out here where we're going to be going. It's not 22. As a matter of fact, let's be clear. There you go. It's actually 18. Hang on, let me do that again. Yeah. 18. So depends who you ask, right? Do you ask thermometer number 1 or thermometer number 2? Okay, so I'm going to try to move quick. Otherwise, we'll have a 1-hour video. And as you can see, I've cleaned up here. And this is the banana circle. And as you can see, guys, in the second week of spring now that we're in, the bananas or the leaves have come through winter pretty much intact. There hasn't been so much damage. Like, this is what you expect, that sort of look from bananas in winter, where it's cold and windy and ugly and cloudy. But overall, it's not like that. It's pretty green. So that's also another indicator of how winter was, just by looking at these banana leaves. And whilst we're here, I'm gonna show you guys one of the 2 king Thai mangoes that I got back in, was it May? Yeah, in May, just before winter started. How it succumbed to the cold. Look, it's in a pot, right? That pot there, or a grow bag, a little grow bag. And I've never watered it all winter. And look, that's what you get with a king Thai that's not protected properly in Melbourne, Australia, right? So even though we're in zone 9B, that's what you get. Death. The mango is dead. Now let me check quickly. I haven't checked the soil. Let's see, because mangoes don't want to be watered in winter. Yep, there is some moisture in the bag, so it's not dryness that killed it, it's cold. So hold this thought. I'm going to show you the other king Thai mango, because I got 2 of them the same day back in May, like I said. And the other one, I had it right here in the same kind of pot bag, right? So they were only 5 feet, less than 5 feet, 4.5 feet apart. under these bananas for winter protection. Okay, so we're gonna go and check out that other mango. The reason being, it's alive, guys. And not only is it alive, I ended up planting it at the end of August. Yeah, so it's been in the ground now for 2 weeks. All right, as we move along, you can see here I've taken care of the fig, right, the one that was giving me problems, cracking the concrete. Hopefully its root system will be dead now. What is it? May, June, July, August, September. Almost 5 months since I poisoned it. Hopefully the one guy in the comments said I should not have cut the root, the main root system that was going over there causing the damage, because the root, that big root, can come back to life. What's the word? Resucker or there it is there. It's something like that, right? We're talking about big roots like that. That's how big the root was that I severed under the ground here. So I don't know if those long roots that are going up there will come back to life. But anyway, this one here looks pretty dead, the stump. And I couldn't get lower with a chainsaw. That's as low as I could get. I mean, I could get a little lower, I guess, but I don't want to damage the. I got a new chain from the store, so I got a new. Basically, I got a new chainsaw, and I don't want to screw it up. So we'll see what happens with that. I was thinking of putting a vegetable bed, a circular vegetable bed over this stump, right? But I'm afraid if this fig comes back to life, it'll grow through the vegetable bed. I don't know what to do. Whether I should just leave it and wait, or just grow vegetables over it. And the other thing is it safe to grow vegetables over a stump that's been poisoned? Too many questions, right? In any case, we'll wait and see about that. And there's another view of the banana circle there from back here. Oh, and I wanted to show you the damage, the only damage that I got from the category 2 cyclone that we had in Melbourne last week. Look. Wow. One of the what do you call them, that guy there. Oh, I didn't see this. There's another one. So we got 2. All right, so we got 2 panel. That's it. We got damage with the panels. It's cracked. So we got panels flying out of the greenhouse. That's the only damage that we got for a category 2 cyclone. Everything else is okay, which is really surprising. I would have expected so much calamity from the wind that we. Oh, okay. Back there, I can see some pots have fallen over. Not a big deal. That's not a problem. I expected structural damage and trees down. Nothing. There was no damage at all except the greenhouse. All right, which is good, right? It's good news. I wasn't home. We were on the Gold Coast. We got away just before the calamity. All right, so what else? All right, let's move quickly because I'm doing this impromptu without a script. Oh, I mowed the lawn. I got that lawnmower serviced and the chainsaw serviced. So I picked those up a few days ago and I got to it, right? So I finally mowed the lawn, cut the fig there, trimmed this one. This fig is staying. It's not causing any damage, although it grows way too big, 5 meters. I keep pruning it back every year, and we miss out on all the figs because the birds get them. But it's a very attractive tree, and I don't mind. Okay, the American pawpaw is finally woken up, like 2 to 3 weeks later than normal, right? It just woke up. at the beginning of September, the beginning of spring. So, and I've used the fig that I destroyed as edging. See how I've done this? And the grass clippings as mulch to feed it. So that's how we're doing it, guys. We're going to be using mulch on the well, I've been using mulch for 20 years, but I'm going to stick with mulch as a feeding source rather than bringing in fertilizer. I was at Bunnings, which is Australia's Home Depot, looking at all the fertilizers, guys. I'm not too keen to feed my trees animal manures, right? Unless I really have to. That also I trimmed. That's the Tangelo citrus. I gave that a big prune just before we went to the Gold Coast about 2 weeks ago. And you can see again, see all the cuttings? I've just put them under the tree. So that's what it's going to get for its nutrition over the next 12 months. Its own limbs, right? I'm not going to give it any fertilizer. So we've got a longan here, one of 3, which seems to be finally taken off in its 5th year. This is the oldest one I have, but I need to support it a little better. These sticks are very weak. I haven't had time to get around to it, right? So that's a 5-year-old longan. This is a 12-year-old cherry moya, right? This is the now my brain has to start working again. Hang on. Fino de Hete variety, and it's fully loaded, as you guys have seen in previous videos. And because I've got parrot problems here, the parrots have been eating my avocados. Like this Fuerte avocado, it's right next to the cherry moya, too close. So I was afraid that the parrots would also destroy my cherry moya. But because the leaves are hanging over the fruit, you can't see the fruit because it's green, right? It's green fruit. Whereas with the avocado, the avocados hang low and it's not as much foliage. It's not as bushy as this guy. Look how bushy this guy is. There's like a forest in here. Good luck finding the fruit. I can't even find the fruit. I have to really search. Okay, there's a big one. This is the biggest one. Check it out. Right? That's a massive cherry moya. And there's a lot of them, like I said. A lot. Like maybe 30 into the middle of the tree. Right? So that's pretty good. We'll see how we go with these. And I found one on the ground a few days ago, a big one. And I have it in the kitchen and it's softening. I've never had cherry moya this early in the season, in September. The earliest drop of cherry moya has been November. So very unusual. There's another big one there. And there's another one there. There's another one in there. There's another one all the way in there. Don't know if you can see it. It's hidden. I like how the cherry moya hides the fruit from those nasty parrots. Anyway, the parrots can't do much now because the fruit is like, they're like hard as rocks. I picked all the Fuerte avocados last week, all of them, like 12 of them, because it was getting out of hand, guys. And this is what they were doing. Look, where have I dropped them? Hang on. I gave it back to the tree. Jeez. Oh, I think the rats ate them. Oh, wow, there's a seed. When you see the seed and no flesh, that means the rat has been busy. Wow, there were 2 big avocados that I just dropped on the ground that the parrots had destroyed. And that they're gone. Wow, they're gone. I'm talking about this, guys. Hang on, where is it? This. I'm talking about that. Okay, let me get rid of that. That's what the parrots are doing. One side and the other side. And then when I see that, I just throw the fruit on the ground, right? And then when I come back a week later, that fruit becomes like that seed, gone. So I've got some real nasty predators down here that are not joking. Here's another one. Look what they're doing to my avocados. Huh? Nasty. And that's it. I don't think there's any more. So I had to pick 12 of them. Just before we went to Queensland in late August. I see another one around there. I haven't seen that one, and the birds haven't seen it, so I'm gonna pick it. This is the last one. This is the last one, guys. This one. So we're gonna hold on to this. I'm surprised I haven't seen it. All right, so let's move on. Now, oh, there's another one. Damn, I'm blind, aren't I? What? Looks like they've chewed on this side, and I did a little chew on that side, but that's nothing. I think we can still eat this once it softens. Is there any more? Gee, I've really been paying attention, haven't I? It's just too much to keep up with, guys. That's why. All right? Too much to keep up with. That's it. I think that's it. Yeah, gone. All right, so here we have a grafted black sapote, the Tahiti variety. It didn't get any cold damage at all, without any protection. As a matter of fact, it's getting new growth. Hang on, where are we? There. See the new growth coming? And here too. Oh, actually everywhere. Everywhere. There's new growth coming on the Tahiti. And there's a flower that didn't get anywhere. And back there I've got a mulberry. All the mulberries are fruiting right now. I've got about 6 varieties. And this banana needs to be cleaned up. See how much damage this banana got compared to the bananas in the circle? I've got to clean all these brown leaves that got destroyed by the winds last week. I haven't been in there. I haven't gotten in there. Here we have a canistel. I don't know what state it's in. This is going to be a long video. So click forward if you want to see all the action, because I'm going to be doing a lot of talking too. We need the talking, guys, because people are asking me questions. What are you showing? You never said what it was. What is that? What is this? Everyone knows that's a lemon, but not everyone knows that's a black sapote. And not everyone knows this is a mango. That's the other mango. This is the King Thai. Remember I told you there were 2 of them? Look, how come this one didn't die from the cold? Huh? Look how wonderful it looks. So 2 weeks ago, on August 26, the last days of winter, I planted it in the ground, which goes against all wisdom, right? Against all wisdom, guys. And I left it to fend for itself whilst we were on the Gold Coast. And Melbourne was being smashed by 110 kilometer an hour wind gusts. This guy fended for himself with this string, right? I staked it. I didn't just leave it on its own like that. This loquat, I also planted that same day. This seedling, but this one didn't get any support, right? That seedling didn't get any support. This loquat, none. Nothing came of it with the wind. Nothing. And actually, in the last 2 weeks, it's perked out all these new leaves. Look, this is winter growth. All these leaves are new. All these leaves are brand new. They've come in the last 2 weeks. Can you believe it? I'm not kidding you. With temperatures down to 4 and 5 Celsius. So, check it out. Well, loquat is very cold hardy. These go down to -5, right? So it's not a fair comparison with mango. However, I just want to show you with the wind, the strength of the wind, man. These were not affected at all. Okay. And why did I plant them so close together? And here comes all the words again. The reason, guys, is because mango in its first 2 years needs sun protection. Even though it's a tropical fruit tree, it doesn't like 37 Celsius, as you saw with my carabao. Remember my carabao? The one I got from Vu, the Manila mango. You know why I lost it? Because I left it in the hot sun last summer. So we don't want that to happen again, and I don't want to build shade structures with shade cloth, guys. So I planted a fast-growing evergreen right in front of it because the sun is there. It's right there. There it is. There's the sun. Right smack center on this mango. So the plan is, before summer hits, before the heat hits, we don't get any destructive heat here until January, right? Our summer begins in January. Let's say Christmas Day. Christmas Day, before we hit 40 degrees, 38, 40 degrees. So it has September, October, November, and most of December to grow, for this guy to grow. I want him to grow at least another 2 feet to protect this little baby mango. That's why I planted this here. Plus, it's very attractive. Look how attractive, it's more attractive than a mango, right? And I've got a lot of these spare in pots. I've got 3 more. I grew this from a seed that was spat out of my mouth on the ground from my own tree, right? So very easy to propagate. And it's only 2 years old. In 2 years from a seed. Okay, and under it I have allspice. Look at this winter growth. Look how healthy it is. Perky. Perky means super healthy. And look at the new growth coming on the allspice. I lost one of these 2 years ago to root rot. So if it's not the hot sun or the cold, the root rot will get you. Yeah, or wind, or snails. Look at the damage the sun did last summer to the Monstera deliciosa. That's what we're talking about. That's why I lost the mango. The Manila mango was lost because of this hot sun. See this? Guys, look at this in comparison. This leaf and this one here, burnt. But it's okay, it didn't die because the whole plant stretches all the way underneath, under the cherry moya. It's a very, very big plant. So 3 burnt leaves aren't going to kill the tree. But with a mango, the Manila mango, every leaf was burnt. Sorry. All right, next. This was originally an Arkan starfruit, and the graft died, right, in a pot. So I put it in I put the rootstock in the ground back in April, at the beginning of autumn, and it survived winter without any protection. The rootstock, right? I don't know what rootstock it is, what variety it is, but look, the first week of spring, let's get closer, and it's shooting out new growth. Look at, see that? Not only did it survive winter without any protection and survive all that wind, that nasty wind, man. We had 10 days of cyclonic conditions. Not only that, it's growing, it's putting out new growth. Look, starfruit. So starfruit is not a sook. This is not a sook. However, having said that, after 10 years, they still haven't fruited for me here in Melbourne. And I haven't worked out why. It might have something to do with humidity, which I doubt, because there are people getting tons of fruit in California where there's no humidity. It's dry as heck in California, right? So it can't be humidity, lack of humidity. It's got to be something else that it doesn't like about Melbourne. This is the new ice cream bean tree that I put in the ground back in March, and as you can see, these guys are bulletproof. If you're losing ice cream bean trees in Melbourne, wow, you haven't got it planted in the right place, right? Look, again, it survived all that wind, all that cold, although it was a very mild winter, and it's waking up now. It's waking up, guys. Yeah, so ice cream bean is almost like a mulberry tree here, very, very cold hardy. This is my Dadai Maru persimmon, one of my favorites. It's a very small persimmon, the smallest one. Waking up, right? There you go, it's waking up. I love persimmon. For me, persimmon is on the same level of delicious taste as tropical fruit. As a matter of fact, I believe that persimmon is tastier than even white sapote. Talking about white sapote, this is my little white sapote that I've had in the ground. Pulling out weeds here. I've had this white sapote in the ground for 2 years, and I haven't had any luck with it yet. And now it's getting smothered by all these grasses, which I haven't whipper snipped. You know how I mowed the lawn? Well, I didn't use a brush cutter yet, so I haven't whipper snipped anything. There's grass everywhere, or weeds. So this one, I lost the tag, and I can't remember, guys. I can't remember what variety it is. It's the anyway, the point is it's still alive, right? You can't kill a white sapote unless you stand on it, step on it. And now I don't know why it's taken its time to grow. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, but there it is there. Okay. Oh, and over there we have the yellow jabuticaba, which is doing great. And by the way, where I planted the king Thai mango, that was the place where the other yellow jabuticaba was dead. Remember, I had 2 of them? This one that survived and the one that didn't survive. So I used that space for the mango, the new mango. And over here, that's the gyro persimmon. Remember this gyro persimmon which got smashed by the falling ice cream bean tree last February? Well, it's waking up. Of course, everything's waking up now in September. We're fully into spring. But we lost half the tree. Here's the other half of the tree. Right there. That half. That half there. Right? This half here. Got snapped by the falling ice cream bean tree. It fell directly onto the, well, half of this gyro persimmon. So now I have to wait for some growth to come on this side and then trim this side so the tree is not side heavy, top heavy. Yeah, some work to be done there, but nature takes care of things, guys. And here we have a natural disaster. This is the only natural disaster that I got from the winds last week, the storm. This sugarcane patch got knocked around. Let's put it that way. Look. Right? So, and by the way, the reason I had the sugarcane here is a windbreak for all the tropicals back there, which I started 4 years ago. That's a 4-year-old tropical bed, tropical fruit tree bed back there. And the reason I put this here was to stop the wind getting through, and it's worked really well. But now I have to chop all these back, right? Yeah, so that's the natural damage that I got from the wind. Yeah, and a little bit of banana damage too, as always, of course. So here we have the yacon growing back. The yacon is coming back because I never harvested it in the grow bag. And it's also coming back in the ground. I never harvested the yacon. I didn't harvest any of the Jerusalem artichoke either. So that's going to be coming up soon as well. And as you can see, grass, grass, grass. Grass everywhere. Grass everywhere, guys. That has to be snipped. Every year this happens at the end of winter. And this lemon tree, wow, they're pretty tough trees. It hasn't snapped. Even with that wind we had, it hasn't snapped. Although, I do see some damage here. Is that damage? Hang on. Wow, these branches are tough. Nope, I thought that was damage. It's just a leaf. It won't snap. It's holding 100 lemons and it says, nope, I can hold the 100 lemons for 100 days. Actually 100 weeks. That branch won't snap. It won't snap. How's that for tough? Tough guy. Oh, that little seedling canistel is still alive. There it is there. See that one there? I can't believe it, that guy. What? No protection, guys. Cold and wind all winter. And it's alive. I planted that back in April, right? In autumn. Actually, I planted 2 of them. The other one died that I planted right there. So don't plant 1, plant 2. Plant 2, plant 3. When you plant a tropical, a sook, that's a sook. Plant 3. Okay, this is the apricot here waking up. A dwarf apricot. That's not it. This is apple of the earth. Wrong tag. Tilton. Right. So hopefully we'll get some apricots from this. It was a low season last year. Navel orange that I've had for 20 years. Flowering ginger. Oh, and the last 2 weeks we've had this native Australian frangipani tree. Wow, has it been really, really nice fragrance. Right? Beautiful. I planted this tree 15 years ago in the ground from a little straw. It was only this small from Bunnings. I got it as ornamental. And in 15 years, oh, and we lost half of it. We lost half of the tree, right? When I had the hedge removed here. I had a hedge. There was a hedge here. You probably don't remember, but for the last 30 years there was a hedge here. So when the guys came to remove the hedge, they had to cut half of this tree away. But now it's growing back, as you can see, with a new branch. That'll take 5 years to catch up with the rest of the tree. Yeah. Okay, so look at this weed, how tall it's grown. It's almost over the fence. Wow, this is where I usually have my cucumbers in summer, on that wire. Chompu longan, slowly waking up. These are cold resistant here in Melbourne, right? I've had it in the ground for 4 years. Wow, slow growing tree, the longan. Another black sapote, grafted black sapote. It's dropped a lot of the leaves from the top, probably from the don't tell me that's someone's been eating this. Don't tell me that. But I take it the wind has gotten rid of a lot of the top leaves at the top. That's very healthy, as you can see. Now the variety, it's the Mar. Yeah, Mar variety. And that one over there, that grafted black sapote, we lost the top half of the tree. But the bottom half is fully intact and healthy. And this one is the Bernica. So we've lost a tree, wow, all the way down to, wow, halfway down, all the way down to here. It's lost. All this is dead. Don't know why. This is not a good spot. This is where I lost the allspice to root rot. Remember 2 years ago? I was saying before I had an allspice here. Root rot. But for 2 years, the black sapote has done fine until now. Now, it got a bit funky. And here I have a jackfruit that I haven't even looked at. That's the Malaysian jackfruit, guys, which I still have undercover. Shall we take a peek and see if it's alive, or shall I make another video to show you the trees undercover back here? Because guys, otherwise the video will be really long. Let's take a quick peek. Oh, wow. It's alive and green. And we have some, I don't like having these leaves on the tree. Some people say leave them on for cold protection and frost protection. There's no frost or wind in here. So they're not serving any purpose other than looking ugly. Right? Ugly. That's their only purpose. Yeah, the tree survived really well. Really well. It's got, hang on, let me put this aside. Yeah, okay, so, what was it again? It's a seedling. The Malay, just Malay. It's called Malay. Malay jackfruit. So I'm pretty happy about that. I'm very stoked. We're going to leave it protected though. Because, oh, by the way, we're having some cold weather again. Of course, in Melbourne. It's never over, Red Rover, until it's over. Let me just cover this back up. And by the way, this frost cloth is the tissue. The tissue thickness of frost cloth from Bunnings. This is not the good stuff that I got online from Queensland. This is the Coolaroo. Is it called Coolaroo or something? The crap quality. But guess what? The crap quality worked. It kept the jackfruit alive. So guys, even for $10, it's only $10, or actually less, maybe $7. A roll of this cheap frost cloth will do the trick. But I like the thick stuff because it's stronger for wind, right? It won't pierce it or tear it. Right? As far as temperature protection, it works. All right. Yeah, I was going to say that we're having some cold weather next weekend. Melbourne's going to get down to 6 degrees, which is not good, not bad. But guess what? We're going to get down over here in the southeast part of Melbourne. We're going to get down to 4. We're getting down to 4 Celsius, guys, for 3 nights in a row. Saturday, Sunday, and Monday next week. 4, 5, and 5 Celsius. We're talking about lows at night, not during the day. Daytime will be the same old 17 to 20. It's the nighttime that gets these. The nighttime, not the daytime. Okay, this is another persimmon that's waking up. And I'm looking forward to tasting this. This is a tropical persimmon. It's called the flat seedless, right? And I almost lost this the first year I planted it. And now in year 3, it's established, right? It's not going anywhere. It's not leaving me. It's not dying. So I'm pretty rapt about that as well. Okay, next we have a cherry moya seedling that needs to be staked. Again, from the wind, it fell over because look at the crap stick I have. Look at that crappy little stick. That little stick. That needs a proper stick, George. But we'll do that later. Later. I always put it off and forget. This is a star fruit, the Sri Kembangan. It's gotten a lot taller in the last year, right? It's almost up to my chest. And this has been in the ground for coming up to 4 years as well. Everything back here is 4 years, except these new sooks. These are new. So this is, I can't remember if this is grafted or if this is a cutting. I don't remember. But starfruit does well here in winter, except the arkan. I don't know why I lost the arkan. I'm going to try again with arkan, and I'm not giving up. This is the green sapote. There's the damaged sugar cane from behind. We're on the other side now. See what kind of buffer? Now this is open, this hole. It's open to wind. In here we have one of two sapodias, which I haven't checked any of these trees. Sorry, I checked that one. That's the monkey jack. It pulled through and it's got one leaf hanging on it, one green leaf. And the rest of the tree is just death. But it made it. It just made it. So we're not going to unwrap that either because it needs ER. It needs ER real bad. Here I have a banana that's ready to topple over, but the bungee cord has come to the rescue again. Look, that cord there. Guys, with all that wind, that banana didn't fall. This is blue java, right? And there's the rack up there that needs to be brought down. The fingers though are a bit too small. I don't think we're going to get any meat or flesh out of them. So I need to cut this ASAP. And here we have the Grand Nain dwarf variety bananas. Yeah, so the green sapote is doing great. These are very cold tolerant, like loquat, right? Not a problem. It doesn't need any help, any protection. Doesn't need anything from anyone. Just staking. Needs good staking. See how I've got 3 stakes? 3 stakes, not 2. Parfianca pomegranate waking up, right? This is the little cherry bay. Hang on, cherry bay. What the heck? Cedar bay. Cedar bay cherry, which I planted back in April. After having it in a pot for 2 years, it didn't do anything. Okinawa spinach survived winter, but got, again, chewed up by the snails every winter. It'll come back. There's the green sapote again from the other side. We have a lot of sun. Dwarf macadamia. I had to restake it because it keeps losing its string here. Not restake it, re-support it. That stake's not going anywhere. That's a picket, steel picket. So I had to give it a bungee cord to hold it because these strings, see those strings there? They keep getting cut. Those black strings, forget it. And look at all the banana suckers underneath the macadamia. I got to pull those out. They're growing right under the tree, the macadamia tree. I should have pulled out this banana here, this one. It's right in the way of the tree. The tree can't sort of grow this way. It's growing out here instead, this way. So I also had a thought about removing these blue javas altogether from here because for 2 reasons. One, they're interfering with this macadamia from doing its thing. And secondly, they're really tall and they can damage the fence if they collapse in a wind. So not a good idea to plant the blue java on a fence line. You're better off with a dwarf banana like this one, the Grand Nain. Much better off. Just learning as we go along, guys. There's another mulberry, that's the Angela, which is also fruiting, fully loaded, right? 2 vegetable beds, which I'm gonna fill this week with new beds, raised beds. So a lot of work coming up. And look at all those weeds back there. Look at all those weeds back there, guys. A lot of work. My 35-year-old mandarin tree, the oldest one I have, skipped a year this year, didn't fruit at all. First time it skipped a year in forever, but now it's full of flowers. Another sapodilla here, which I'm really excited to check out. It's getting a lot of hot sun at the moment. Oh, we almost lost the, come on, what's your name? What's your name? What's your name, big boy? This is the kwai mak. We almost lost the kwai mak, and this happened last winter and the winter before, every winter. So I think I'm going to protect this next winter. I'm going to give it protection, guys. Look at this. Total destruction. But the thing is, it comes back. In summer, it looks like a brand new tree. Right? In summer, it looks like it's fully alive. Don't be fooled. It's all green. Look. Every stem is green. And not only that, it's getting new growth. Look. Just right there. New growth already. Right? So, gonna protect it next winter. I don't like seeing it go through such hell. Alright guys, next, the Rollinia, which I uncovered. I uncovered the Rollinia last week when we got back from our trip, together with the mangoes. Remember when I uncovered the mangoes in the front? I uncovered the Rollinia too, which I never got to show you, and here it is now. And as you can see, in its first ever winter covering from the top, it made a difference. We didn't get that cold damage at the top like we did the last 3 winters. Right? Everything is green. The stems, there's no dieback. None of these, oh, there's a little bit, hang on. This one here, yeah, that's nothing. That's nothing. That's the only dieback. But none of the other branches got dieback. Right? It's in pretty good condition. Not as good as it was in summer, but overall I'm pretty wrapped. And guess what? I found the little fruitlet that was hanging on it. I found it. I couldn't see it when I looked through the frost cloth. Remember when I tried to peek through? The reason why I couldn't see it is because it wasn't green, it's turned black. Look, it's dried up. It's still there. It didn't drop off. It dried up. It dried up, guys. Rollinia fruitlet, first one. Decided to not proceed. But it didn't fall off. So very hard to see from a distance, right? From here. Can you guys see it? I can't. Yeah, so that's that. All right, let's move along. We've got a whole bunch of bananas here. A lot of work for me to do. A lot of work. The mulberry, as I said, the Angela, loaded. Rocoto chili, loaded. This is the one that got stung real bad by fruit fly last summer. I don't know what I'm gonna do. This is the most cold, hardy plant that I have at Fruitopia, evergreen. Look at all the peppers that came over winter. These are winter peppers. Winter. Not autumn, not spring, winter. None of these red peppers were there back in April, May. They were like little green things like this. So this is amazing. This plant, it's a real shame that the fruit fly loves it more than we do. And it's tilting again. It's so prolific that I had to trim it on this side and around the other side because it was falling over, guys. So I've got a major challenge of trying to keep this standing. There's the trunk there. It's a double trunk. And I have it supported by 2 stakes like this and a lot of bungee cords wrapped around it. So, and I'm surprised that the wind didn't blow it over. Wow. All right, here we have a banana flower opening. Oh, and another banana flower back there that needs to be harvested. Look at that. Look at that beauty. They're ready to come down for the kitchen. So one there and one there. One coming, one going. Okay. The new multi-grafted apple tree has just about finished flowering, so hopefully we'll get our first apples from it. This is from the fruit salad. What do they call themselves? Not salad. Yeah, fruit salad. The fruit salad company. Yeah, fruit salad. So we'll see how that went. A lot of kaffir limes here that are laying on the ground from winter. These are all winter citrus. A mess. I mowed the lawn, as you can see, and it's all mushy with kaffir lime pulp from the lawnmower. There's my next project for the veggie bed, the raised veggie bed that's coming up for those beds. Next job. The Moore Park apricot, which I wanted to remove, but I didn't because I didn't have the chainsaw ready. So now I'm stuck with this tree for another season. Give it another year, and then I might remove it next year. Pepino. I trimmed the pepino melon all around because it was growing out to here. It was growing out to here, man. So invasive, the pepino melon. This is winter. This is all winter growth. The cold, crappy, yucky Melbourne weather. That just like the rocoto pepper, the pepino loves. Look at all these flowers. Look at all these flowers, guys. It's like what cold, what winter? The pepino doesn't feel winter. So even though it's a subtropical fruit, don't be fooled, man. Don't be fooled. Look, it's setting fruit in late winter, early spring. So you should be growing this. Look, you should be growing pepino. It doesn't know what winter is. It doesn't comprehend winter. Just like the rocoto chili pepper. Look, there's a cluster here. A cluster of them. I bet you if I look through here, and there's more down there. Hang on. There, see it? Hiding? I bet you if I look through here, I'll find 500 pepinos. Fruitlets, all the way across. Okay, it's dead in the middle. See how it died here in the middle? But over there it continues. And there's more there. Where are we? There. So, grow pepino in the coldest parts of Australia, even Tasmania, I would say. Maybe even Canberra, I'm not sure. ACT. You guys are, I don't know, you're not on the regular map because of your elevation and snow and crazy cold at night. There's more there. Okay, let's move along. And there's another bunch of bananas. This is the Dukas. It's a small bunch, but nonetheless, we've got winter bananas ready to pick. They're tiny, real tiny, like monkey size. And there we've got a ladyfinger, which never does anything. I don't know why the ladyfinger hasn't worked for me in 10 years. It just produces blossoms, but no edible fruit. Okay, just like the red Dhaka, I haven't had any luck with ladyfinger bananas. Those two. Everything else works fine. Now, here the net for the guava has collapsed because of all the fallen fruit. Look at all the fruit that's fallen in there, right? And it weighs a ton. So it's crushed. It's crushed the Malabar chestnut. Well, it hasn't crushed it, but it's laying on it, right? The netting is laying on it, so not a big deal. But the good news is, guys, the chestnut here, the tropical chestnut, has survived winter for the first time, for its first winter in ground. Right? That's the good news. Now, as far as the net, that'll be taken care of in good time. So, good news. Malabar chestnut survived in Melbourne's in-ground location. These are all the, oh, look what the birds have done. Oh, the pink guava. These are all the sweet potatoes that I had growing. Looks like they're coming back. Oh, wow. They're coming back. I need some slips, so I'm going to let those grow. Another star fruit. This is the Kerry. And star fruit here looks crappy in spring. Right? Real crappy. And this is 7 years old and it's never fruited. My ice cream bean seedlings. Waking up to spring. The netting got a bit of damage here over that wind that we had on the pink guava, and as you can see there's still a few in there, fully ripe. Right now is the best time to eat these. They're more sweet than sour, and we've had our fill, guys. We've had our fill. There's like 30 caught by the net. Right? We can't eat anymore. One guy said, I'll help you eat them. Funny guy. Okay, see the lawn cuttings? The clippings around the lychee. The lychee pulled through again in its sixth, is this five or six winters that I've had it in the ground, but very slow. The reason why it's slow growing is because when I planted this 5-6 years ago, the jabuticaba was half the size and the pomelo was half the size. So now the lychee is getting shaded by these two monsters. Right? There's the sun there. Well, in summer it's directly over the lychee, directly over. But in winter the lychee gets not one little bit of sun, none. So my only choice is to prune both of these trees lower, so this lychee gets more sun, because lychee likes sun. Duh. Here's another Kohala longan. Right, this one is doing really well. I forgot to show you the third one where we started, and it's got new growth right there. Right. So that's doing great, very healthy. It's a bit of a tight fit here between the two trees, but we'll see what happens. This is my third wax jambu that I grew in a pot, and I'm really surprised, guys, that it made it, because I've tried to grow wax jambu before in a pot like 6 or 7 times, and each time was a failure. Even in the greenhouse they died. But this one here, I left it out in the backyard, unprotected, under the jabuticaba. Look how perky the leaves are. What? No protection from temperature variation, right? Or wind. So that's great news. And we've got more weeds here that need to be pulled out. These are growing around the African pride, custard apple, atemoya. And there's a fly sun tanning, and I'm really jealous. I'm jealous of that fly, guys. That's what I want to do. I want to do what he's doing. See? You look at nature, what nature's doing. This is the cherry moya again from the other side. Not as much fruit on this side. On this side there's hardly any fruit, but there's a whopper. There is one whopper. Look at that. Look at that bad boy. That's massive. But other than that, there's no other fruit back here. Just him. Just that big one, which is strange, huh? All the fruit is on the other far side. All right, so and then we've got the pomelo still holding a lot of fruit. And check out all the flowers. I've had this pomelo now for 12 years, or I should say 11 years. and it's always loaded. I have to trim it though. I actually did trim it back in mid-August, but it needs another trim. There's the fruit fly. There he is. He's active in winter. Him. So this is an all year round fruit fly. The island. It's called the island variety. See? And he loves citrus and chilies. Damn. It's the first time I've seen him. So he's active. He's active with what? What's the temperature? 19 Celsius, and he's fully active. We're very far away from summer. We're very far away from summer, and the fruit fly is back. Bad news. That's the first sighting. Damn it, he's looking for a way into the pomelo. And I think I have to replace these vinegar traps. Yeah, a lot of work. Check out all the flowers here. Beautiful. Oh, the fragrance is absolutely amazing. All right. I'm sure most of you are not interested in citrus, but some of you are, especially in the UK, where it's borderline, right? Trying to grow it. Seedling, Wampy, which I planted last March. What a champion. I got another one here in a pot, but someone broke the center leader. Someone broke it. Maybe the wind, that storm we had, right? I don't know. The dragon fruit, the other green sapote, which I have cleared around it now. Remember I told you I was going to clear the Subel white sapote and the pomelo? Well, I did that, right? I did that back in late August. And now the green sapote can breathe. It's not touching anymore. The white sapote was resting on it. So now nothing's touching it. It's getting a chance to climb up. And there's another mulberry that's full. That's crazy full. All right. Oh, and the jabuticaba is starting to flower naturally, right? Once the temperatures hit 20, once they hit 20, guys, a lot of trees and plants start flowering, right? And it's loaded. It's very hard to see them, but you know what I mean, right? Look, buds everywhere. It's they're all swelling all over the tree. Yeah, or even down at the trunk at the bottom. Okay, so that's the jabuticaba. This is the jambulan, and this is what happens to the flowers when they don't set over winter, right? They just dry up. These guys have been waiting for 10 months, actually 12 months. 12 months to do anything. It's too cold. Sorry, these flowers. It's too cold here. They get so close, but they won't open for the bees to do their work. They just won't open, fully open. The jujube has woken up. This is the chico, right? But I forgot to trim it. I should trim it because it's too big. I want to go cut. Remove 12 to 15 inches, 20 to 40 centimeters off the ends, because it's hard to put the net on there, guys. It's hard to put a net on there in late summer. Again, grass clippings. See what I'm doing? That's how I'm going to be feeding my trees. This is the Fuyu persimmon, which also is waking up. I removed the fruit fly net from it last week, which was, a big job. Yeah, and that's the, what's this one again? The Black. The black mulberry. Wow, crazy. 4.5, almost 5 meters. So that native Australian tamarin has to be 7 meters up there. Or more. 7 or more. Here we have the 2 kaimito. We know that one of them died when we checked in July, midwinter. It was that one that was dead. This one was still alive. And I haven't gone in there again since to see if it's still alive in September. It was just alive. Barely alive. The sour apple. The Hass avocado. Again, lawn clippings, guys. This one is almost empty. I picked 10 of these back in August, or actually 15. So I think there's only like 5 fruit left. Yeah, there's not much, maybe 3 left. Where are we up to in the video? 1 hour? Oh, guys, I've only done half the garden. You know what? I'm gonna stop it here and then do a part 2. Okay, because otherwise it's gonna take me 1.5 hours and more. Okay, so we'll see you from part 2, from the beginning of spring in Melbourne, Australia, from the backyard at Fruitopia. I'm gonna be pulling out this choco too, because it's a bad boy. It goes to my neighbor's apple up there and wraps around it, and I can't control it. It's out of control. All right, we'll be back again shortly.